Welcome to O Blood Group in Fitness, a tailored guide for individuals with the O blood type, the most common blood group, known for thriving on physical activity, high-intensity workouts, and a protein-rich diet. This book combines scientifically informed nutritional advice with fitness routines designed to maximize your health, energy, and performance. By aligning your diet and exercise with your blood type's unique needs, you can optimize your metabolism, reduce health risks, and achieve your fitness goals. This book will cover nutritional guidelines specific to O blood types, including foods to embrace and avoid. You'll also find detoxification strategies to support your body's natural cleansing processes, exercise routines tailored to your high-energy, protein-fueled physiology, and lifestyle tips to manage stress, support thyroid function, and prevent common health issues like joint inflammation and high cholesterol. Let's dive into the science and strategies that will help you unlock your full potential as an O blood type individual. The O blood type is often referred to as the hunter type, rooted in ancestral patterns of physical activity and a diet rich in animal proteins. Your body is built for high-intensity exercise and thrives on foods like red meat, seafood, and certain vegetables. However, your physiology is less suited to dairy, wheat, and certain grains, which can disrupt your metabolism and, lead to weight gain or health issues. So, key characteristics of O blood types include having high stomach acid levels. This basically means you're well suited to digesting animal proteins. But you might be prone to excessive acidity if you don't balance things out with some alkaline foods. Another thing is an active metabolism. O types really respond best to intense physical activity, which helps with weight management and overall health. But honestly, there are some health predispositions to keep in mind. O types are more likely to experience joint inflammation, rheumatoid arthritis, stroke, and high cholesterol, mostly due to that excess stomach acid. And finally, thyroid sensitivity is a big deal here. An unstable thyroid can lead to metabolic imbalances, so making sure you get proper nutrition is critical. By understanding these traits, you can tailor your diet and exercise to support your body's natural strengths and, help mitigate any potential weaknesses. Your diet is really the foundation of your health and fitness. O blood types tend to thrive on lean proteins, vegetables, and certain fruits, while avoiding foods that slow down metabolism or, increase acidity. So, let's talk about foods to embrace. There are some highly beneficial foods you should definitely consider. For proteins, think about including lean cuts of red meat, turkey, chicken, and fish, like hake, sole, salmon, trout, and sardines. Oh, and don't forget liver. When it comes to vegetables, you want to go for beetroot, broccoli, garlic, artichokes, onions, horseradish, parsley, pumpkin, seaweed, fresh spinach, and sweet potatoes. Now, moving on to fruits, some great choices are figs, either fresh or dried plums, cherries, and pomelo. For juices, pineapple, blackberry plum, and cranberry are all excellent picks. When it comes to oils, olive oil and flaxseed oil are really good options. In the nuts and seeds category, walnuts and pumpkin seeds, which are rich in zinc, are especially beneficial. For grains and breads, try brown rice bread, and rye crackers. And finally, for herbs and spices, red pepper, also known as cayenne, turmeric, curry powder, and seaweed are all highly recommended. Alright, let's cover neutral foods now. For seafood, you can enjoy carp, mussels, crayfish, oysters, lobster, shrimp, haddock, snails, and halibut. As for dairy alternatives, options like soy milk, soy cheese, feta cheese, mozzarella cheese, and butter are all considered neutral. Alright, so when it comes to neutral foods, let's start with nuts and seeds. You've got almonds, flax seeds, hazelnuts, sesame butter, macadamia nuts, and pecan nuts. For grains, you can go for barley and oatmeal. Now for vegetables, the list is pretty long. Think asparagus, chicory, beets, chilies, root vegetables, coriander, celery, cucumber, fennel, ginger, green olives, lettuce, mushrooms, radishes, and even avocado. Moving on to fruits, you can include peaches, apples, apricots, papaya, bananas, pears, blueberries, pineapples, dates, pomelo raisins, grapes, guavas, watermelon, lemon limes, lychees, and mangoes. For condiments and beverages, mayonnaise, mustard salsas, Worcestershire sauce jelly with no added sugar and rooibos tea are all on the list. Certain foods can disrupt your metabolism, increase acidity, or contribute to weight gain and health issues. Alright, let's talk about some foods to avoid. When it comes to dairy, you should stay away from blue cheese, ice cream, cheddar cheese, skim milk, Gouda cheese, and even eggs, since these can be hard to digest and might cause mucus buildup. For grains and breads, it's best to skip rice, cereal flakes, bran and wheat-based cereals, matzo, butter rolls, wheat bread, and whole wheat bread. And, for vegetables, avoid potatoes, mustard, sweet corn, since it affects insulin production, and black olives. Now, moving on to fruits, you'll want to avoid oranges, strawberries, tangerines, coconut oil, as well as rhubarb. When it comes to nuts and seeds, steer clear of sunflower seeds, peanuts, cashews, and corn nuts. For seafood, it's best to skip octopus, herring, caviar, and smoked salmon. And for beverages, avoid soda, including soda water, coffee, even decaf tea, apple juice, papaya juice, orange juice, apple cider vinegar, and carbonated or sugary herbal drinks. Finally, let's cover condiments. You should avoid cinnamon, artificial flavorings like vanilla, vinegar, red and white wine, and malt. Alright, let's talk about some key nutritional tips. First, it's important to balance protein and vegetables. Pairing lean meats with vegetables and fresh salads can actually help prevent excessive acidity in your body. Oh, and here's a good one. Try to avoid combining fruits and vegetables in the same meal. This can really help reduce digestive issues. Next up, separating proteins and starches is a smart move. Mixing proteins and carbohydrates, especially starches, can lead to excessive acid production. This, in turn, increases the risks of things like blood vessel calcification, intestinal issues, and even arthritis. Another tip is to detox regularly. You can incorporate detox practices like drinking lemon water, just the juice of 1 lemon in hot water on an empty stomach, or taking 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper 2 to 3 times daily with rooibos, tea, lemon water, or fruit juice. These simple habits can help cleanse your intestines, lymphatic system, liver, and pancreas. And finally, it's important to support alkalinity. Using caper leaves or lemon water can really help balance your body's pH and reduce inflammation. So it's important to limit dairy and grains since these can actually slow your metabolism and sometimes lead to mucus buildup or even calcium loss. Instead, choose vegetable juices over fruit juices to avoid taking in too much acid and sugar. And a great tip is to freeze your vegetables and juice them 3 to 4 times a day for those antioxidant benefits. Here's a sample meal plan to get you started. For breakfast, try grilled chicken breast with a spinach and cucumber salad, drizzled with a bit of olive oil. And don't forget a glass of lemon water to kick off your day. For a snack, go with a handful of walnuts and a plum. At lunchtime, baked salmon with steamed broccoli and sweet potatoes makes a nutritious option. Pair it with some rooibos tea. Later, enjoy another snack, maybe cranberry juice and some pumpkin seeds. For dinner, lean red meat with roasted beetroot and a parsley garnish really hits the spot. And finish things off with a pomelo for dessert. So, O blood types are actually prone to excess stomach acid, which, can lead to joint inflammation, high cholesterol, and a bunch of other issues. Regular detoxification and alkalizing practices are really essential to help maintain balance. Let's talk detox strategies. First, the lemon water detox. Drink the juice of 1 freshly squeezed lemon in hot water each morning on an empty stomach. This helps alkalize the body, cleanse the liver, reduce inflammation, and support kidney function. Second, the cayenne pepper cleanse. Take 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper 2 to 3 times daily after meals with rooibos, tea, lemon water, or fruit juice to detoxify the intestines, lymphatic system, and excretory organs. Third, vegetable juices like cucumber or tomato with lemon should be consumed 3 to 4 times daily for antioxidants and natural vitamins. And fourth, use iodized salt to support thyroid function and metabolism. So you'll want to avoid toxic beverages. That means eliminate sodas, coffee, and tea, since these can displace oxygen, deplete calcium, and even contribute to bone deterioration. Let's talk thyroid and metabolism support. O blood types often have unstable thyroid function, which can actually lead to weight gain and metabolic imbalances. To support thyroid health, you should consume iodine-rich foods like seaweed and iodized salt. Also, avoid iatrogenic foods like cabbage and mustard, since they can interfere with thyroid function. And it's important to incorporate high doses of folic acid and vitamin B12 to support mood and cognitive health, especially if you're dealing with depression or hyperactivity. To prevent calcium loss from excess acidity or, soda consumption, it's important to include certain foods in your diet. Try adding unprocessed sardines with the bones, salmon, lettuce, cucumber, and broccoli. O blood types really thrive on high-intensity, physically demanding workouts that match their so-called hunter physiology. Regular exercise not only helps manage stress, but it also supports thyroid function and reduces the risk of joint inflammation and high cholesterol. When it comes to exercise principles, here are a few things to keep in mind. For high-intensity workouts, you'll want to incorporate strength training, high-iod, and functional movements to make the most of your body's strength and endurance. Consistency is key, so aim for 4 to 5 workouts per week, mixing strength, cardio, and core exercises. And don't forget about recovery. Balance those intense workouts with adequate protein intake and rest to support muscle repair and growth. Lastly, remember that exercise is a great way to reduce stress, which is especially important for O types since stress can increase stomach acid production. Alright, so let's talk workout routines. Here are 10 workout routines specifically designed for O blood types, focusing on intensity and full body engagement. You should aim to perform these 4 to 5 times per week and, just adjust the weights and reps depending on your fitness level. First up, we've got the bodyweight circuit, and you won't need any equipment for this one. Start with jumping jacks for 30 seconds, then move on to 15 push-ups. Next, do 20 squats, hold a plank for 30 seconds, and finish the round with 10 burpees. Repeat this circuit 3 to 4 times, and remember to rest for 1 minute between rounds. Next is the dumbbell full body routine. Begin with 12 goblet squats, followed by 10 dumbbell rows on each side. After that, do 12 dumbbell shoulder presses, then 12 dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, and finally, 10 dumbbell thrusters. Go through this routine for 3 sets, making sure to rest for 90 seconds between each set. Alright, let's jump into a HIIT full body workout. We'll start with mountain climbers for 40 seconds, then move on to jump squats for another 40 seconds. After that, push-ups for 40 seconds, followed by high knees, also for 40 seconds, and then plank to push-up for 40 seconds. So you'll work for 40 seconds and rest for 20 seconds with each exercise. Repeat this routine for 4 rounds. Let's get moving. Next up is the kettlebell total body routine. Begin with 15 kettlebell swings, then go for 12 goblet squats. After that, perform 10 one-arm kettlebell rows per arm, followed by 10 kettlebell clean and press reps. Finish the round with 20 kettlebell Russian twists. Repeat this for 3 rounds, making sure to rest 1 minute between each round. Now, let's tackle the core and strength combo. Start with 10 deadlifts, then move on to 8 to 10 pull-ups. After that, do 10 lunges per leg, followed by 10 overhead presses. Wrap up the set with 15 hanging leg raises. You'll want to repeat this for 3 to 4 sets, resting for 90 seconds between each set. Finally, let's flow through a calisthenics routine. Begin with 5 to 10 pull-ups, then do 10 dips. Next, perform 6 pistol squats per leg, followed by 20 push-ups. Finish strong with a 1-minute plank hold. Repeat this sequence for 3 rounds, and take a 1-minute rest between each round. Keep pushing yourself.